get to talk with Kenny Lambert from Just a Dad from Akron. Also privileged to call Kenny my friend. How are you today, Kenny?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, so glad to have you on Good Morning Akron.
Yeah, for sure. I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, and I think the coolest thing about you and your story and knowing you is that I have got to see your store from the beginning.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And that's why we're here today. We're talking about your 4-year anniversary.
Yep, very excited.
So let's actually go back a little bit and let's do the history. Tell us about the grand opening of your store 4 years ago, what that was like.
For sure, yeah. So like the grand opening was March 6, 2021. And yeah, it was a lot more than what I expected or could have dreamed of, you know. I had spent every dollar that I had into investing to remodel it, fill it with inventory. And a good friend of mine had asked me, you know, like, what's your wildest dreams for tomorrow, you know? And I just said, I just prayed that people show up and have a good time and that I make enough money to pay rent, you know? And that was like, that was my wildest dreams, you know? That's all I could expect, you know?
Right, at that point, it's like, let's just do what's in front of me.
Yeah, for sure. So then we had prayed the night before, you know, and just asked God to show up and show out and provide. And it turned out to be far beyond, you know, with Akron Police Department shutting down the boulevard, the mayor coming to cut the ribbon, and just so much love and support from the community showing up, filling the street with, you know, just love and support and selling out.
It's so amazing. And I realize that there are people probably watching that maybe have never heard of Just a Dad from Akron.
For sure.
So can you tell us, well, of course, you're a t-shirt brand, but you're more than that. Can you give us just a really short version of what you are trying to accomplish for people who've never heard of you?
Yeah, for sure. So 6 years ago, I was homeless, addicted to drugs and alcohol. My daughter was born, and that inspired me to find my purpose, you know, and to get sober. So 2 years into sobriety, I started a clothing brand called Just a Dad from Akron. You don't have to be a dad to support. That's just a brand name. And, you know, what I do is create and design clothing that inspires change, and brings the community together with powerful, uplifting messages. And then we host a community event usually once a month to give back, bring everyone together, and to inspire them to take good and put it out into the community.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the things that I love about what you do is I have seen a lot of the people that have been impacted by what you do and that they're then going out and making change in their own communities.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's really what it's all about, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's just, you know, that kind of effect, the butterfly effect of that, right? And so then you went on from that grand opening to your 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Share about that.
Yeah, so like the 1-year anniversary was it was an awesome moment, you know. So we had like we usually have a lot of different businesses or people come partner and give them a platform to use or to sell their business or product. So 4 Bros and Assist Lemonade. Tons of different giveaways, like Akron Pro Detail, they'll donate a huge giveaway basket for car details.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola usually does like a huge cooler.
That's awesome.
But just to see the growth and you know, the new faces that are getting hip to it and coming and supporting and building, you know, the brand and the community.
Yeah. So then we're moving on from year 1. We make it to year 2.
Yeah.
What was that year 2 like?
Yeah, year 2 was awesome. You know, like I feel like the first and second year was very difficult, like learning how to run a business, you know, like putting in tons and tons of work, and really just like running myself thin just to grow.
It's kind of the grind at the beginning. It's like you just have to put in so much more effort when you're first getting something going just to get it off the ground.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah, and then especially having like the brick and mortar, you know. So it's like I got to grind extra hard to make ends meet, to keep the doors open, to keep the lights on, you know.
Right. Absolutely.
And just continue to focus on the main goal, you know.
Yeah. So year 2. 3rd year anniversary would have been last year. What was that like?
Yeah, 3rd year anniversary was like a breath of fresh air, you know.
That's exciting.
So it's like we revamped the store. Jim's Painting came in and painted the interior and freshened up all the white and the black paint in there. And yeah, we built some new shelving, you know, just rearranged the interior and remodeled it a little bit to give it a new look.
Yeah.
And really just brighten it up, you know. And the love and support from the community was 7 hours of nonstop people coming in and out. And that was like actually the best day of sales that I had in 2024.
That's amazing.
Was the
the 3
3-year anniversary, yeah.
So the 4-year
Yep.
is coming up. It's exciting.
Yeah.
And that's why you're here today
Yeah.
to kind of tell us what's going to be happening leading up to the 4-year.
Yeah, so leading up to, I've been creating, designing a bunch of new merch, so I'm going to fill the store with 8 new designs, different garments from flannels to long sleeve tees, short sleeve t-shirts. I have an exclusive anniversary jacket that I'm working on.
Nice.
So I have a few different things in the works. I'm working on like a live performance in the store.
Okay, fun.
Also, I'm looking for a food truck if that would be a possibility. We'll see how it works out. But I have a lot of different like Easter egg things that will be a part of exclusive, purchases. You come, you'll get exclusive benefits or bonuses for coming and supporting on that day, along with a huge sale table with items for $5 or $10. So
Okay.
it's like you can't.
You're not going to miss it.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to miss it because
Yeah.
there's going to be something for everyone
Yep.
at every price point.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
You know what else I really love is that you do these amazing collaborations.
Yeah.
And so like you have Elliot Bead in there
Yep.
with his art. You just did a really cool collaboration with Caleb Ehrenholt.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I know some of his art pieces are still available in your store.
Yeah.
from
Yep.
what I
So we
know.
have a few of those left. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you also just bring people together all the time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
will that be prevalent at the 4-year as well, those collaborations?
Yeah. So
and
like I
things?
try to work with anybody in the city that is willing to put in the work for themselves and their brand, and just to continue to grow. And we had like the same mission,
Yeah.
so like create cool art to inspire people that they can do it as well. But as far for the 4-year, I don't have any specific collaborations.
Yeah.
I know me and Caleb Ehrenholt are working on a 330 design,
Oh,
so
great.
that will either be at the 4-year or like
Right after.
Right after, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be for March 30th.
Yep, yeah, for 330 day, yeah.
That's great. All
Yep.
right. I want to also bring to everyone's attention that you just got to do TED Akron. You're
Yeah,
wearing
yeah.
the shirt today.
Yeah, so I have this shirt on.
Which is
Yeah.
awesome. And that actually was just posted so people can watch your talk.
Yep, yeah, so it just came out, I think, a few days ago, yeah.
So it's
So,
really exciting. How
yep.
was that experience for you?
That was a very crazy experience,
Yeah.
because that's like speaking in front of a lot of cameras and an audience with like very bright lights. I've never done a stage speaking like that.
Okay.
It was but I also didn't like plan or lead, put it up to. I didn't like plan it out. I just prayed and asked God to put the most, what would be the most powerful and speak from the heart.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to try to, set it out or set the stage myself and then try to hit points, and miss. So, yeah, really.
How do you feel like it went?
Yeah, I think
from
it
your
went really
point of view?
great. Yeah, So I was like, when I went up there, when I started speaking, I was like nervous for like the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just blacked out, and then like
And then you just went
afterwards,
for
yeah.
it.
So I was like super excited to watch it and see when it came out because it's like I almost forgot. Everyone's just like, that was great, and I'm like, I don't even know what I
don't
said.
remember.
Yeah, I don't really
Right.
remember.
Yeah, sometimes
So-
when you're in the zone, you can't even remember until later.
Yeah, but the experience was great. The audience, the way the event was put together very well. It's just a overall great experience.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so where can people find your talk?
Yep.
But then where can people find you and all the information about everything leading up to the event on, what day is it happening?
It's on March 8th.
March 8th
Yep.
is the big 4-year anniversary
March
party.
8th, yep.
So that's exciting. What's the time frame for that?
So the time frame is 11 to 6.
11 to 6,
Yep.
so all day.
All day, yeah.
Come down to the Boulevard, because this is Kenmore Boulevard for
Yep.
people that don't know. And Kenny's store is right there on the corner of Kenmore
13th.
Boulevard and 13th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can find the TED Talk on the TEDx Akron and also like the TEDx YouTube page.
Great.
I've posted it on social media, so Just a Dad from Akron for Instagram, Just a Dad from Akron on Facebook. And the storefront is located 937 Kenmore Boulevard, Akron, Ohio. Website is justadadfromakron.com.
Great. And so, if someone's watching and they're not from Akron, they can
Yeah.
also support by going to the website, picking up clothes
Yeah, for
there
sure.
as
Yeah,
well.
it's just all positive, uplifting merchandise based off of community, faith, or recovery.
Awesome.
So.
Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it very
As
much.
we're wrapping up, let's just give some words of inspiration
Yeah.
to, let's see, I like to put a specific person in mind.
Yeah.
Actually, let's put teenage Kenny
Okay,
in mind.
teenage Kenny.
And you're talking to him,
Yeah.
someone just like you. What kind of inspiration would you give them to move forward here in Akron in February of 2025?
You know, like keep your mindset on whatever goals and dreams that you have. You know, there's going to be obstacles that get in the way, but build a good support system around you and a good community that will help you through those hurdles and battles, and never give up.
Keep that focus.
Yeah, keep the focus for sure.
Keep the focus.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Kenny.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching here on Good Morning Akron. We had a great show. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got more great stuff coming up next.